Hi, it's Summer, and today I'm going to give you a few crystal-inspired book recommendations. Some of my favorite things besides books are crystals. They're some of my favorite things to go shopping for, to just have around my house, to learn about. So I thought it would be fun to do a series of crystal-inspired book recommendations. For most of the books that I'll mention in these videos, it'll be like based off of the properties of the crystal that I'm talking about, but also just kind of like off of like vibes. Like sometimes the recommendation might be more like feelings based, I guess. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer that this isn't going to be like super literal every single time. I'm going to tell you what the properties of rose quartz are, but I also thought it would be fun to kind of show you some of my favorite pieces from my collection. This one is a raw rose quartz, so this is just kind of how it would look once it's like cut out of the ground and cleaned up. This one is in a tower formation. This is like a really chunky one, and it's one of my favorites in my collection. And then this one is just like a regular tower. I would say the main thing that rose quartz is known for is being the stone of love, but it's also known for friendship and healing. I think that everything in the quartz family is kind of associated with healing and stuff. Like rose quartz is in the same family as clear quartz, amethyst, and citrine. And I think all of those things are known kind of for healing. So these books are going to be kind of based around like the love and friendship aspects of rose quartz, but I'm also throwing in just like wholesome, cozy vibes. The first book that I'm going to recommend is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I think this is a pretty well-known book by now because of the Netflix adaptation. This has also just kind of been around on the internet for a while. But this is just such a cute and fun contemporary romance. This is about Laura Jean, who is in high school, and every single time that she has a crush or a love that she wants to get over, she writes that person a love letter and then like seals it in an envelope and addresses it and everything, but doesn't mail it. She just puts it in a hat box in her closet. And this book just kind of deals with what happens when those letters do get mailed out by somebody, and she has to deal with all of these guys finding out her feelings for them. This also has a fake dating trope in it, which is one of my favorites. This book on its own is very just cute and wholesome, and it's a love story, so it fits really well with rose quartz because of that. But I also just feel like Laura Jean is a very like rose quartz character. I feel like her style, both for her clothing and her bedroom and stuff, is very cute and pink and kind of vintage. And I feel like all of that kind of has a rose quartz vibe to it, but I also just feel like if she was a crystal girl, she would definitely have some rose quartz in her bedroom. My next recommendation is Little Women by Louisa Alcott. This is gonna sound really corny, but this book just has so much love in it. But it's not so much like romantic love, it's more like familial love, and it's just such a sweet, wholesome book. It is also very cozy. It's also a really sad book, but I would say like the overall feeling of this book is like love, and so I feel like it fits perfectly with rose quartz. My next recommendation is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. You cannot tell me this isn't a rose quartz book. This is just like the most cute and wholesome thing you will ever read, and I have the same feelings towards the TV show. I love the adaptation for this. This is Nick and Charlie's love story, but not only do I love like the love between Nick and Charlie, I also love like the friendship love between their friend group. I just think that this whole entire book is just so sweet. Please don't take a shot every single time that I say crystal, rose quartz, cute, sweet, love, wholesome, cozy, because you will get alcohol poisoning. I just can't think of any better words to use. My last recommendation is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This is one of my favorite books, and it's always the book that I give for like a cozy book recommendation. I feel like the main source of like coziness comes from the fact that this is a Harry Draco fan fiction and it's set at a magical boarding school, so all of like the cozy Harry Potter vibes are kind of in this as well, but it's definitely its own story. This is about Simon and Baz. Simon is kind of described as like the worst chosen one ever, and it's enemies to lovers. I will also recommend that you only read this book because it has been turned into a series now. I read the second book and I really didn't like it. I felt like it really took away from the characters and my like feelings about the first book. I've never really wished that I could unread a book, but I definitely wish that I could unread Wayward Son, because I just wish that I would have kept this as a standalone, because I'm pretty sure that's what it was meant to be in the first place. Anyway, this is definitely a favorite and definitely a rose quartz book. So these are all of my rose quartz book recommendations. Let me know in the comments if you have any books that you feel like would fit this theme as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.